the Holy Spirit is given as a down payment. If you were telling somebody, okay, I'm going to just give you a taste. I'm going to give you a taste of the best piece of prime rib, cooked perfectly, seasoned perfectly. Would you give them a chunk of bologna as a foretaste? He's a down payment. But it's a down payment of the real deal. It's like C.S. Lewis said, so much of the times we're like little children being satisfied to run around in a mud puddle when the great house is just up the road. The great playroom is just up the road. It's by being told that we can have a banquet of the best food possible and we are satisfied with crumbs from the table. We're satisfied with a McMuffin. He invites you to breakfast, and you're satisfied to eat a drive-through McMuffin. Book of Revelation, there's a place where it says, behold, I stand at the door and knock, and if any man will open that door, let him come in, and I'll sit and I'll dine with him. And really that's what prayer is all about. Prayer is a metaphor. We made a religious ritual out of what prayer is. But prayer is a metaphor for dining at a gourmet table. There's so many ways that we can have gourmet food in the presence of God. He wants us to sit in His presence and enjoy the fullness of the best food of life. And we get satisfied with crumbs from the table. We get satisfied with a McMuffin when we can have steak and eggs now, because there's nothing to compare. But the down payment is just a smaller amount of the real deal. So many times people are trapped in the nasty now and now. Well, someday I'm going to get to go to heaven and I'll be away from the nasty now and now. And I'm not minimizing trials in life. But His life for us, when He said, I came that you might have life and that you might have it abundantly, He was talking about life that begins now before your last heartbeat in this earth. Now there may be circumstances that are not the most pleasant all of the time. There may be lots of them. But there is a place to live in the middle of the storm, like Jesus, who was woken up in the middle of the storm. How in the world could He sleep in the middle of the storm? He had to get up and say, peace, be still, because what was on the inside was peace. There was no storm there. The things that bring you the most love, joy, peace, sense of prosperity and abundance is not that stuff that's out here. Although I wouldn't mind if somebody wrote $1 million check and put it right there. I'm not against that. I'm not against abundance of money. But it's the things that happen on the inside of us. It's those experiences that you've had on the inside that gave you confidence, the sense of love, the sense of protection, the sense of joy that came from the inside. Because that's where it starts.